Third pitcher, third strikeout video, pitcher prop video for Friday, September 15th. I promise this is the last one, guys, but I told you there was just a lot of pitching props that I liked, or at least a lot of strikeout props that I liked, even though sometimes they're a little bit hard to calculate. Basically, like, this is just one of them. Griffin Canning, man, dude really is a really good strikeout dependent pitcher, but when I've seen him go under five, like under, whenever the under hits, is usually because he pitches a shorter amount of innings. Like against Cleveland, he only pitched 3 innings. Against Tampa Bay, 3 innings. Against Texas, I want to say 3 or 4. So if he's gonna go with lower innings, then then we already kind of know that the under is gonna hit. But if he goes longer, then he's gonna most likely hit whatever the total that they give out. So the problem isn't really him. It's just, well, it is him obviously, but the main problem is we don't know how many pitchings he's going to go. So that's really where the tricky part comes in. But being that they're at Angel Stadium, I think he's gonna go longer, and that's why I'm just gonna go with the over here. I don't think the under really hits. If you want the under to hit, then you're basically saying that you think he's not gonna go that many innings, and at Angel Stadium, I'm not sure that that's gonna happen. So we're just gonna go with the over here. It's just a lean. This is just for you guys to think about. If you want to. This one is probably one I'm not gonna lock in, but I just thought I would share it. I do kind of like this play, but it's just not enough for me to lock it in. Maybe one of you guys out there probably like it more than I do. So we got Justin Steele. I don't know if you guys have watched Justin Steele, but man, this guy's a fun pitcher to watch. I was watching this game against the Giants. Whew, had me fired up, man. Just a fun pitcher to watch. And he's been dealing. But the thing is, when he is mowing guys down, it's at home. It's in Chicago. It's not on the road. On the road, he is definitely not the same pitcher. And he hasn't had any road games lately. So I'm not too confident on hitting the over. And he just saw Arizona. So which means these Arizona bats just saw Justin Steele. Except the Arizona is back at home now. And Steele managed to hit the over when Arizona was at Chicago. I'm not 100% sure he does the same thing again at Arizona. I'm personally going to lock in the under. As great as Justin Steele has been on the road, it's already been shown that he's just not the same monster that he is at Wrigley. So we're going to go with the under 5.5 Ks. I think he stops exactly at 5, even if the best version of himself comes in. Last play, last pitcher prop, last MLB pick. We got Bobby Miller up against the Seattle Mariners. And I'm going to go with the over. I'm going to go for that huge plus money because that's where 100% of that value is. Now, I get it. Bobby Miller has not really been hitting over 6.5 too often. But just about all the teams that he has played in his last 5 games, these are all teams that Atlanta's just hitting well. Arizona limits strikeouts. Cleveland limits strikeouts. The Brewers, they don't really strike out that much either. They look for the walk. Washington, definitely. They're at the top of the list for limiting strikeouts, and Bobby Miller happened to hit 8 at Washington on the road. That is just impressive to me. Now he's going up against the Seattle team. They are at the bottom for how much they strike out. They strike out a shit ton. So I think it's worth hitting that over 6.5 Ks. I think going for the big money is definitely worth it. Bobby Miller is going to get some strikeouts, that's for sure, especially against a Seattle team that is just swinging, trying to hit, and then they swing and miss. Because Bobby Miller's had a tougher lineup to deal with compared to these Seattle bats. So over 6.5 K, I've already locked that in for sure. Even if it doesn't hit, I don't care. I'm not paying minus 185 with, if he gets under 6, if he gets right at 6, it's still not worth it. It still wasn't worth all that stress, and to pay minus 185 is just not worth it. So I'm gonna take a shot with the big plus 140.